Hey y'all, I hope you don't mind if I wanted to get up close and personal today. But today I just wanted to tell, whoever out there who needs to hear this at this time, I wish somebody would have told me, or maybe I wish it hadn't been so hard pressed in my life. Um, but what I want to tell you based on the titles, what you can see is going to school, going to college. And when I say school, I don't mean like, you know, primary and all that or whatnot. I mean post-secondary, like going to college and, grad school and all those things. That's not for everybody. And I can't stress that enough. I wish more people knew this. Like I said, I wish I knew this once upon a time. Just a little backstory on me growing up. Um, I've always been, told go to school, go to school, go to school. It's the only way that you're going to be successful. You have to go to school if you want great things for yourself, the whole spiel, which, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm just saying that that's not the case for everybody. So for me, my entire life, even just being in, school, I never really connected with with any particular subjects like that. I mean, at one point it was like science and of course art and all that, when it was kind of fun, and I looked forward to going to like home ec and all that, which ended up not being an option for me once I got to high school like I dreamed of. But however, all the skills, all the type of professions that I would have been more interested in, which is more of like a hands-on kind of thing, that's what I would have been more interested in. And I wish that I knew that that was an option for me. For me, it was always, I'm going to be a nurse growing up. When I grew up and be a nurse, to go to school, be a nurse. So I realized like almost like halfway through my college education, undergrad, that I don't want to be a nurse. I don't see myself, as a nurse. I'm too squeamish. I can't even hear about certain things without just kind of like freaking out. I can't see certain things. But so yeah, that's what helped me realize that, I didn't want to be a nurse. But however, I still continue going to undergrad and college. I wasn't majoring in nursing, per se, but I just took up something because that's what I had to do. You have to pick a major, which I definitely would recommend if you do choose to go to college, or if you're a parent watching this and you're pushing your children to go to college. Make sure that you have at least some kind of plan. Like, I understand that plans don't always go accordingly. Like I said, my whole time I'm thinking I'm gonna grow up and be a nurse, or whatever the case. And plans change. Sometimes life even gets in the way and changes things for you as well. But I just had no clear direction on what I really wanted and what to do from there, other than going to college. And then, I earned my degree, and, I had this plan for myself. I'm going to come, end up getting pregnant my senior year of college. And I told myself, you know what, if I'm going to have to come back home, I'm going to go back home. I made sure I was going to finish my degree. And, I came back home and I said, okay, I'm just going to start from the beginning. My daughter get an entry-level job for, a bachelor's degree. Y'all, that was first and foremost, that was much easier said than done. It took me a long time to find a job. And even when I did, it was something totally outside my field, something that I didn't have to go to school for. And I was making like minimum wage. I remember I was just really having a hard time finding a job for a long time. And then I've been, since then, it's been from job to job to job, just skipping around, who's paying the most, what I'm most interested in. And then now, here I am. I went to grad school as well. I decided to take that on and went into a field I thought, I'll be interested in. I feel like there's a potential that I still could have, but the route that I took was not cohesive, or whatever the case, to my dream. So even then, you know, I didn't finish grad school. I'm like halfway through, but I got discouraged because I'm like, I'm working so hard for something that's not guaranteed to me, like I've been told my entire life. And yes, that might sound entitled or whatever the case, but in my mind, it was always pushed to me, go to college, go to college, go to college. You know, that's what's going to make your life great. That's how you're going to get a good job, you know, all the cases. And that just has not been my experience. I'm almost 30 years old. I'll be 30 very soon. Excuse me. I'll be 30 very soon. And a part of me is kind of like, you know, I'm looking forward to it because I hear, you know, a lot of people say, you know, their life didn't really take off until they turned 30, or things started, you know, to make sense, or things just start kind of coming together. Y'all, it's been a long time coming, and I've been waiting on this. So I'm just hoping, you know, what's magical about age 30 that's gonna bring it all together. But at the same time, right now, I mean, as close as I'm getting to 30, I'm not feeling, though, you know, the beginning magic of it or anything. I still don't have any vision over, you know, what to do in my life. I still feel stuck. I feel like nothing has changed. I feel like, you know, going to college, yes, I earned my degree and, you know, I gained some kind of knowledge, but it hasn't really taken me anywhere. It hasn't really done much for me, other than, you know, I have this piece of paper showing that I attended school, and that I graduated, and a lot of debt. And, you know, on top of that, just trying to find myself and just building more and more and more debt. And then even the, you know, all these different jobs that I've had that, you know, I don't see a career in, I don't see myself growing in, or, you know, they don't pay much or whatever the case. I'm just like, that the amount of money, even of what they're offering me, will never, you know, it's, at least for me, other than something that is beyond me in a greater sense that can make a change in it, something miraculous. When I tell you it has to be miraculous, but just relying on these jobs alone, and, you know, how they make you feel, just all the different things, and just overall the low pay and the lack of growth there, it's kind of like, I don't ever foresee, you know, any of those jobs helping me pay off my debt. I feel like, you know, just relying on these things alone. Excuse me, I'm sick, if you can't already tell, but relying on these things alone are not getting me any closer to, you know, getting the debts paid off, especially when I'm building more debt, trying to, you know, keep up with, you know, what I have. So, and before anybody, I don't know who all is going to see this or whatever the case, but I can already hear like some naysayers or whatever who, you know, like, well, maybe you shouldn't do this or do that. You don't know my life. You don't know how I obtain things or how things come to me or whatever the case. For all, you know, as far as I'm concerned, even, you know, how I look at my life sometimes, I'm like, it's literally nothing but a miracle, because I don't even know how I made it this long, you know, given the circumstances and, you know, given how things have turned out for me. So I know this video wasn't very structured or whatever the case, but overall, I just wanted to say, you know, for whoever needs to hear this, whoever this is for, whether you are a someone considering going to college, or you feel like you have to, even if, you know, you don't want to, or you don't really know what you want to major in. I mean, yes, there are different experiences that can help you. You know, like I said, this isn't for everybody, because I have friends, I even have family members who, you know, college has worked out well for them. You know, they found themselves, they found the career that they want to be in, they found something that they connect to. And I feel like that's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for something that I can connect to, but also pay the bills, you know. And it's not like I'm asking for a whole lot or anything, or, you know, whatever the case. Y'all see what this economy looks like. But what I do wish is that I was able to like foster more so of the gifts that I already have, or, you know, skills or different things that I was interested in at the time. and be able to, you know, grow in areas like that. Because even, you know, for some people, you need to know that some of these technical careers, a lot of those pay a lot better than, you know, some of these, you know, careers that we're getting out here for, you know, going the education route. When I say education route, going to college. But you can also study something technical. You can go to technical school. I didn't know about that. For me, all I knew was, oh, I have to go to this, you know, big university, especially because my, you know, my sibling went there. So we had to, it was like a family legacy. Like, oh, you got to go here. Y'all, that has done nothing for me. Like, and I'm not going to say completely, like, I just been rocked completely. Because, I mean, I met good people there. I mean, in that city is where I met the father of my daughter. So I have her. She's a gift. So there are things that I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't just take it back because of, you know, what great things did come out of it. But per se, more so for the whole college thing, I feel like just overall, I wish I knew I had more options, and I wish I knew more of the options that were available to me. So, you know, here I am now at 30. You know, I've been told my whole life what to do and, you know, how to get to, you know, where I need to be, and just all these things that have been told to me that, you know, didn't work out in my favor. I did all the things I was told to do, and, you know, make good grades and, you know, all those things, and really just led me to a bunch of burnout, and just feeling lost just overall because I don't connect with, you know, what I'm doing. Or sometimes I might connect with something for a minute, more so it's in that honeymoon phase and I'm happy about it and excited about it, and then, you know, it just kind of dies. Yeah, I just want something at this point in my life. I just want something that, you know, brings me some kind of satisfaction in what I can do. And when I say that, I mean that when I say that, something that fulfills me internally, but also the external, because the bills have to get paid. Just even, you know, even a certain level, just even to, you know, be somewhere at the living standard. So, which is a problem in itself right now for everyone. So I'm not on here just complaining or whatever the case. I just want to tell somebody to consider your options. And, you know, if you're not ready to go to school, you don't have to feel like you have to be in a rush. There are plenty of people who, you know, wait till they're adults. And when I say adults, like, I don't even know what that means anymore. Because I thought I don't even feel like an adult, and I'm about to be 30. My life, I just haven't reached certain milestones that I thought I would reach by now, or to a certain point, or any of those things. So that's something that somebody definitely needs to know, is that plans fall through, whether you plan it out for yourself, and sometimes life just get in the way, or sometimes you change your mind as well, or sometimes you just don't feel the same way about things. But also, not everything is for everybody. So it's not just college. This can be anything. So I would say definitely explore your options, explore whatever your interests are, and see where those take you and how far you could go with those as well. It's okay to have a plan B or a backup plan, or, you know, whatever the case, and whatever drives you. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. So, you know, I guess I'm living proof that things are not always as they seem. And also, everything is not for everybody. So that's all I have to say right now. I know it wasn't a structured video. I just came on here and kind of ran it, maybe went a little sideways, but I hope this video helps somebody today, and, you know, making some kind of choice or decision for yourself and your life going forward. And until next time, bye.